Hello and welcome to Patched. I'm your host, Paul James. Today I'm joined by Matto Phillips. How's things, mate?
I'm happy, and I'm sad.
Go on. Why?
Happy, I have a Switch 2. Sad, I paid $700 for that Switch 2. It hurts.
Yeah, the wallet hurts.
It really hurts.
Um,
I'm like, oh, I should be happy, but then I'm just not at the same time. So
I could
yeah,
kind of lean into that a little bit and kind of be happy. I have a Switch 2. Sad. It's not mine. I had I was near the local EB with about an hour before the midnight launch because I finished a basketball game up, so I thought, I'll just pop over and rock up, collect the Switch and go. But that was my mum's Switch because, as we've spoke about on the show in the past, I'd cancelled mine and ordered it through Telstra. So I picked up hers along with Mario Kart and blah, blah, blah. Thank you very much to Nintendo Australia. They've sent me a code for Mario Kart, so that I've actually got my own copy of it. But my one from Telstra hasn't arrived yet. Telstra decided not to send it until the Thursday, like until the day it comes out, which is apparently what they do with all their phones and stuff as well. But and I was chatting to like Max from the Pop Culturist, for example, who lives in Geelong, further away from the city from us, further away from Melbourne Airport, which is where both of our Switches arrived on Friday morning, and where his decided to make its way onto a truck and head over to Geelong and arrive at his house on Friday. Mine remained at the airport. And then the public holiday here in Victoria for anyone that's not from one of those states in Australia. Public holiday here in Victoria on the Monday, so it didn't arrive today. Will arrive tomorrow. I'm like, Jesus, if I hadn't gone and picked up my mum's and then quickly let my kids start playing it so that we go, it's ours. Don't worry, I'll give you mine. I'd have a real problem now. I'd have the shits up something shocking. Sorry, real problem's a bit much, but I'd have the shits up something shocking, having had to wait 4 or 5 days for my Switch after launch day. So fuck you, Telstra.
So in true Telstra form,
yeah, just nothing changes.
Be here between 2 o'clock and 10 o'clock at night, and it might turn up.
Yeah, so we'll see what happens tomorrow. I think I'll be okay. My wife's gonna be looking after my daughter, who's got the flu. We'll see. Someone's going to be there to pick it up, I hope. But anyway, Switch Chaos. Hopefully you there on the other end of this video or podcast today have yourself a Switch 2 and are thoroughly enjoying Mario Kart. What have you been playing so far on it? Mario Kart?
Mario Kart, that's it. No tour for me.
Hey?
No tour for me. Don't need a tour. Pass.
That's fair. Have you done any knockout tours, though? Or knockout tour, the battle royale style one.
Race.
Yeah,
I did the knockout one.
Yeah,
all I say is absolutely insane. With 24 carts on the track, you think, oh yeah, this is not going to be that bad. I thought for a second with the knockout one, I thought you get to the top 20, cool, you start the race again. No, that's not the case. You keep going.
It's a marathon.
It is a marathon, and it's quite fun.
It's really good. Obviously, people have had the opportunity to see my written preview on the Player 2 website from when I went to Nintendo and played it. You might have also heard me on the House of Mario talking about it, where I was particularly smug about the fact that there's no one in Australia at that point that had beaten me in a knockout tour mode. We had 2, and not a single games journalist or media personality in Australia. That includes the famous Skill Up could beat me. So I was the Mario Kart World champion. And I did one knockout tour since the game came out. I won that as well. So I'm off for a pretty solid start. Get around me, people. Anyway, let's talk about what we're really here to talk about, which is the Summer Games Fest weekend. There's been a whole range of different showcases, big and small, and we're not going to go through all of those game by game. We've done that sort of thing in the past, and that's going to make for one hell of a long podcast with the Xbox showcase, the PlayStation State of Play, and then, of course, the main Summer Games Fest showcase, as well as things like the Future Game Show, the PC Gaming Show. What did you call it? There was that winter... There was some
Frosty one?
The Frosty one. There's it's like the Australian knockoff version of Summer Games Fest because we're in the Southern Hemisphere and it's winter. There's been a whole lot of different showcases.
I was like, why is there so many Australians? Okay, that makes sense now.
Yeah, it's the Southern Hemisphere knockoff. So there's been a whole bunch of showcases. We're just going to talk about like our 5 favourite games from the various showcases this year. So, do you have them ordered in any way, Matto?
Not really.
No, that's fine. So in no
Only
particular
number
order
one.
for both of us. Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, I'll save my number one along with you then. But kick us off then with one of your, I guess, 2 through to 5 games on the list.
Well, the first one I got it. Haven't played this game series a lot, but when I saw it come up, I gone, ooh, I'll go play that. That is the Mortal Kombat collection,
Oh, the Legacy Collection. Yeah, that'd be right.
the Legacy collection, because I remember playing like 2 and 3 back on the Super Nintendo back in the day, and I had a lot of fun. And then I kind of just ignored everything in between until 11 came out. So I missed a lot of Mortal
That's fair.
Kombat games in the
That
middle.
is a lot of Mortal
And
Kombat.
when I saw that, I thought, oh, cool, some old school Mortal Kombat punchy face where you don't have to see the insides of someone's, ribs getting cracked or skull getting smashed. It's
Or their
just
balls being obliterated.
instead you get to see their spine get pulled out of their body instead.
Gruesome in different ways. Good times though. Yeah, I'm pretty keen on that one. A bit like you, most of my Mortal Kombat experience has been with some of those older ones. I remember playing Mortal Kombat Trilogy, for example, on the Nintendo 64, where I got to kind of interact with a whole bunch of stuff from, I think it was Trilogy, yeah, but from that early period. So yeah, pretty keen to check out what this little remaster has in store. Was there anything else in particular about that one that you were really keen on?
No, not really. I think I don't know if there's going to be behind the scenes of how all the animations were done because they showed a little bit of that, and the person who played Sonya Blade back in the day showed up as well.
That's cool.
Oh, it's that person. So who knows? Yeah. So it's just to go back and play some good old fashioned punchy up games.
Yeah, nice. Well, for me, one of my 2 through to 5 came from the Xbox Game Showcase. I guess as we record this earlier this morning, it is a Clockwork Revolution, which
Yes, I got that too.
oh, you got that on this too. So we'll bounce.
do.
We'll count that as your next one. Unless was that your number one?
No.
No, cool. We'll kind of, I guess, both fold our conversations in for that one then. Geez, I love the style of it. Now the trailer almost outstayed its welcome. They kind of stuck with some elements of the gameplay for a little bit too long. I was like, oh, I mean, I like what I'm seeing, but I'm starting to run out of patience for this. And then they flicked the switch on the time-based stuff. I'm like, there it is. Cool. They probably went about 20 seconds too long with that middle segment and needed to move on. But
for some reason, I thought it was Dishonored for a second. I thought, is this another Dishonored game? For some reason, it looked like the art style looked the same. Not the same studio that does it. I thought,
you're not
is
arcane.
this on a game? Then, like you said, then the whole time concept thing came in. I thought, okay, this is not Dishonored at all.
Yeah.
And then when I saw the Clockwork Revolution, I thought, oh yeah, I remember that game. It was like so long ago when they showed was it actually a trailer or something.
It was actually only 12 months ago. It was just this time last year.
What? Was it?
It was just this time last year where they introduced it. Yeah.
See, Xbox act their best again with not promoting anything whatsoever, and then it just magically pops out of nowhere, and I can't remember when it got shown, and it was last year, which is quite strange because usually they show games that are coming out in the next 12 months. So,
well, they claim to, but then Perfect Dark's been getting shown for years. Fable's been getting shown for years. Gears E-Day skipped this one, but that's.
But it was mentioned. It was mentioned.
It was referenced. Yeah. And Hollow Knight
got no mention. Just a little.
No,
I'll mention.
Jeff showed it. Spoke about it. Cracked a smart ass joke about it. Fuck you, Jeff. And then Xbox kind of used it to promote. Oh yeah, and it's going to come to our ROG Ally Xbox version, launch day. I'm like, when the fuck is the launch day? Just show me a trailer for it. I'm shaking my camera too much. Like the whole thing was bullshit. Fuck every single person involved in Summer Games Fest this year. All right, we got that out of the way.
Oh, that's great.
I've been raging in a few of our versus features on the Player 2 website about this. It's bullshit. There was.
It's great.
There was 3 things I wanted from this Summer Games Fest. Now we didn't really in our predictions. I didn't really kind of hone in. We didn't really hone in on things we wanted so much. Obviously, Final Fantasy 9 was the thing I wanted most, and Square Enix has been teasing the shit out of that. Didn't happen. Hollow Knight, the other thing that I really wanted. Didn't happen. And the third one is there's a new. I think I've spoken about it a bit. Sakana of Rice and Ruin was the original game. There's like a sequel to that.
Yes.
And there was no hints that was necessarily going to be there, but that didn't show either. So fuck Summer Game Fest this year. But anyway, we move on. Got the rage out of the way. Jeff Keighley's one was the worst. Like to set up a punchline in there about it.
There's one thing you should do. If you're not a comedian or a funny person, don't do jokes.
I reckon if you didn't care about Hollow Knight, you probably see the humor in it. Like
I know, but
you think, oh, look at all the people he's pissed off, but I'm one of those people he pissed off.
But everyone's been watching Silk Song for what, 6 years? We've seen nothing.
I played it I played it 6 years ago. Fuck.
And people have been wanting it ever since. And it's just like, oh hey, it's coming. It's like the Magic Dragon.
We at least know it's out before the end of the year now, because they said it's going to be there at the time that the ROG Ally X, the Xbox edition one, launches. So I'm like, okay, that's something.
Oh, this is an Xbox. That's going to have so many jokes now.
Well,
this is an Xbox. My fridge. That is an Xbox.
Go figure. All right, so I guess it's back to me then, since you also had Clockwork Revolution. So my next one, and actually to the great credit of this showcase, like it wasn't this whole weekend of events, it wasn't really the AAAs that won me over for the most part. It was actually some of the smaller stuff. There's certainly some really awesome AAA games, and I've got one more of those. But the next game I'll talk about is Mina the Hollower. So from Yacht Club, the Shovel Knight team, it was brought up. Actually, I think this is the one showcase that you've not caught yet, which is the main Jeff Summer Games Fest one. But Mina the Hollower is the new game from Yacht Club. They've been developing this for quite some time. It's basically like Link's Awakening in terms of that style, and like Link's Awakening DX. So with a bit of extra color in it, but it's that deliberate Game Boy Color sort of aesthetic. And it's playing a lot like that as well. It's a little mouse dude that's I don't really know. I've been trying to ignore any story stuff that they're trying to explain, because Yacht Club actually does a pretty good job with that side of things. But the gameplay is top shelf. There's a demo available now on through Steam that people can go check out. And the game is coming out at the end of October, after a few years now where they've kind of kicked that can down the road, and they've said, it'll be out before the end of the year, and then it wasn't out at the end of last year either. They've finally dropped a release date on that about 2 years after it was initially supposed to come out. And I'm real keen for October 31st, I think it was. I'll double check that, but I'm pretty sure it was October 31st. Are you taking a bit of a look at Mina the Hollower now? See what I'm talking about?
So was it from Summer Games Fest?
Yeah, it was from the main Summer Games Fest.
I can't
thing.
find it, but that's...
Because they got the PR girl, Celia, who's fantastic. I've chatted to her a few times over the years. They got her out on the stage to announce it, and it was awesome. But over to you then.
So what have we got left? That one. Okay. Next one for me. I think we saw it last year, or the year before. I don't know anymore. It is Mouse PI.
Oh yeah, we've seen it in the past. And it was even at PAX. It was even at PAX last year. Not playable, but it was there. You could look at it. You could look at it on a screen.
Yes, I mean, I don't understand that. Where it's like, oh, hey, you can't play it, but here, look at this screen and you can watch it. I thought I could just watch it on the internet.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like you've just wasted your time coming here, just not being harsh or anything, but I could go watch it on a screen somewhere else. I'd like to say, art style's great, black and white, you're Mickey Mouse, and guess what? Disney can't do a damn thing about it.
Is it meant to be Mickey Mouse, though?
Or Whistling Willie or something.
Or Steamboat Willie? Was it meant to be...
Steamboat Willie.
I didn't realise it was meant to be... I thought it was just a mouse. And they've just kind of embraced the Cuphead style.
Oh, it could be that too.
This is going to be a weird question to ask Google.
Who is Mouse PI? Tom's son.
Hey Siri. Who is the mouse in Mouse PI? Let's see what comes up here. Oh, it didn't... Okay, that was weird. Siri's lost her shit. Anyway.
Error. Ooh. Even Siri doesn't know.
It did it voice to text instead. Loosely based on character designs from the early Mickey Mouse cartoons, but yeah, not necessarily like they're kind of referencing it, but They've gone for the style, but they announced during the that was one of the Summer Games Fest announcements, and Troy Baker is going to be in it.
Oh yes.
But
I think they did
they
advertise
announced this
that,
weekend.
yes.
Yeah, that was the I guess the bit of news from this weekend is that Troy Baker is going to be part of it, which is cool. Don't know how, what capacity, but
Just speaking a gangster voice in your set.
he can just walk in and do his Indiana Jones impression again. It'll be fine.
Just do it deeper and slower. And just sound more Chicago-y.
Yeah,
It's done.
it's gonna be a good game though.
Or just get Ben Starr to do it. Either. I don't care.
Yeah, I feel like this Summer
It's
Games Fest weekend had a
Mario.
distinct lack of Ben Starr, which was unfortunate.
Maybe just took the weekend off and just thought, you know what? Nah. Even though Final Fantasy 16 is coming to
Xbox
Xbox.
now. It's out now. Yeah.
What's out now?
Yeah.
With Tony Hawk, the demo. Oh man. Too
Yeah,
many games to play.
People can get it Final Fantasy 16 on Xbox now and 7 Remake integrated down the line before the end of the year.
Oh, there you go. Fantastic.
Good weekend for gaming, but yeah, not enough Ben Starr. My next one then is Mio Memories in Orbit, and I mean, firstly the game looks great, but secondly, it's basically Hollow Knight. And as far as I'm concerned, if you're not going to give us Hollow Knight, well, fuck, I'll take the next best thing. And this Mio Memories in Orbit looks really, really good. I think it got introduced to us. I'm going to say it was actually maybe a Nintendo Direct, either late last year or really early this year. But it popped up, which I can't remember which showcase it appeared in now. Might have been Jeff's one. But the game just looks really, really sharp. It's got a really cool style about it. It looks like it's going to really deliver the Metroidvania goodness. I'm all about this one. Have you? I guess I assume you're having a bit of a look for it now. Have you seen this, or do you remember seeing this one at all?
Don't believe so. I might have skipped over to just have a quick look. Oh no, I did look at it. No, I did not.
I'm a big fan of what they're doing with this game anyway. So, and it could end up being a case where, well, based on the Xbox showcase, this could be a scenario where we get a Hollow Knight like at the same time as getting Hollow Knight, which is cool. I can deal with that. There's apparently actually I've got to double check. I think there's a demo for Mio out now. Yeah, there's a PC demo out now for people to check out as well. So, people should absolutely go and do that if they're looking for that Hollow Knight like style experience, that Metroidvania. It's a really, really cool looking game. So, I mean, I haven't downloaded the demo yet, but it's certainly on my to do list in the next 24 hours or so, and just check it out. Back over to you.
So, was this my second last one?
This will
My
be your
second last one is, well, I'll just say Resident Evil 9.
Oh yeah,
I've only played 3 Resident Evils. It is 0, 2, and 4. But the only reason I'm interested in 9 is because we saw, don't know if we're going back to it or not, a small glimpse of the old police department.
the RPD, yeah.
Of Raccoon City. So the question is, are we going back to Raccoon City, or are we doing, or they're just, telling us lies?
I mean, it looks like the city's just been blown to shit, so they could kind of do whatever and kind of...
Well, partly blown to shit where, where that police department is.
Yeah.
But it finally looks like are we going back to a third person perspective now? Are we moving away from the first person?
It has been an interesting one. You've obviously seen the remakes of 2, 3, 4 still kind of retain their third person thing, but then 7 and 8 have, like 7 obviously introduced the first person, 8 stuck with it, but then patched in a third person mode maybe 6 months after. People can go on, what was the 8 called again?
Village.
Village, yeah. Village, patched in a third person thing, so you can do that
See his face.
too. Yeah, I think so.
I never thought Ethan Winters had a face. It was always pixelated every time you saw it. Just the only character I've ever seen with a pixelated face.
I mean, maybe you can't swing the camera around to actually see his face. Maybe every time you try and swing the camera around, he turns his head. Which some games have done that in the past. They go looking that way at the same time as you swing the camera, to kind of reflect the fact that you're swinging the camera. So maybe they pull that stunt, and so you never actually see his face still, or don't see it properly.
Yeah. If so, well done, Touche, Capcom. Well done.
Play the game, and they won.
Well done.
They had a pretty good weekend actually, like Capcom, between Resident Evil, Pragmata came back. Um, they did some pretty good stuff, and they didn't even have to lean on Monster Hunter along the way. So
No, yeah, no, I was thinking, what was it? It was Capcom. Oh, what was the other one? Obsidian. Got 3 games coming out this year, which is
Obsidian,
insane. Well, is it the 3 more coming out, or the
no, so they had Avowed obviously back in
Avowed.
February. They've got
So Grounded 2.
Grounded 2 coming out in July, and then you've got the Outer Worlds that's coming out now the end of October.
And then you got the Yakuza gang just making another game just
Just
cause. It's crazy.
There's some of these teams that have got a cheat code. Some of these teams, the game development teams, have a cheat code that allows them to churn out games as fast as they are.
I think also Team Ninja as well. I think they've got 2 games on the go.
Team Ninja's a weird one. So they obviously announced the new Neo game, and they're working on that. But then the majority of the work on Ninja Gaiden 4 is actually being done by Platinum Games. Team Ninja's helping out, but the majority of the work's actually done by Platinum in this case. So they're kind of just more sharing the role, and so that allows them to work on 2 things at once. But yeah, there's something in the water at Obsidian. Everyone was calling him Xbox's version of Insomniac, but they're churning games out even faster than Insomniac.
And Insomniac's doing nothing at the moment. Well, they've been very quiet, I should say.
I feel like Insomniac's going to be one of those ones where Wolverine will come, but then 12 months later Spider-Man will be there, and then like somewhere in that period we'll also get Ratchet as well. I mean, we've seen the leaks. We know that Ratchet's on the way.
And the Venom game and all this.
Yeah, still interested about Venom. But anyway. That was your second last, wasn't it?
That was my second last.
My second last is Sword of the Sea. This was in the PlayStation State of Play. It's from I've just gone blank on the team's name. Giant Squid. They're the team that's done like the Pathless, and a fair few of those people worked on Journey. And fuck me if Sword of the Sea doesn't look a whole lot like Journey. Like
skateboarding one.
The one where you're kind of surfing or skating on the sword itself. Like some of those vistas, I'm like, oh, that is 100% the same design as Journey. Like you can tell where the artists went. They all like a whole bunch of them went to Giant Squid, and they've replicated that again. Like their art's been awesome with the previous games. Like the Pathless was beautiful. Abzu, which was the first game that the team made after kind of splitting off from that game company, that was awesome. This team knows how to make like really artful video games, and they've done that again here. But what they've been getting better at with every release is kind of making them a bit more gamey, I suppose, at the same time. And this looks really cool, and it's also free via PlayStation Plus when the game comes out later in the year. So that's a handy perk for anyone who's even a little bit on the fence for it. If you've got, I think it's just through Extra. I don't think you even need to have Deluxe or Premium or whatever they call the top tier in the country that people live in. I think through the Extra tier you'll just get it for free. So I really highly encourage people to check that one out because the game looks really, really good. Did you have any thoughts on that one at all?
No.
Consider checking it out though, man. Especially if you're able to get it for free. This team makes good games. Well, then that leaves us both with our number one. I don't know if we're on the same page. Hang on, is it AAA?
Yes.
Do we just both say the game at the same time? Do we go 3, 2, 1 and then drop it?
We can. I don't think it'll be the same. I'll be honest, but
okay, we'll see what happens. But we'll go 3, 2, 1, and then say the game at the same time. I'll throw to you to talk about yours first, regardless of what comes up.
Righto.
And we'll go from there. 3, 2, 1. 007 First Light.
That was my other one. That was my other one too. I had 2 left. It was like Outer Worlds 2 or First Light. But
that's fair.
Okay, no, we'll go mine first. Big fan of the Outer Worlds. Excited for this one. I just laughed. It's like Invasion Day 1001, and then it said 1027. I thought, okay, the humor's back. It's just same old, same old. It's the way I see it. It's Starfield, but better.
Yeah, probably.
That's how I look. That's how I look at it. But that's all I'm going to say now because I'm also the same with First Light. I saw it, and I thought, oh, cool. And there's like James Bond. I thought, ooh, it's been a while since we had a James Bond game. But the second thing is, it's not a first-person shooter.
Yeah, it looks like it's third-person, very Uncharted-y in a lot of ways, which is why it's really kind of catching my attention.
And then people are getting upset because, oh, this is not the Bond, this, that, whatever. It's like, it's not Daniel Craig. piss off. I don't care.
People are already trying to call it woke.
I don't know. I don't understand how.
Even though it's a straight white dude
yes.
shooting people, and they're still calling it woke. Like, fuck me. What does it even mean to be woke anymore?
I was like, I don't understand the word. I don't think people understand what the word woke is anymore. It's just like if it's not like, you know, dull, boring. It's just a boring white dude sitting in a chair doing nothing. It's woke.
Unless it's basically anime girl with her titties out, it's woke now.
But no, if they don't jiggle,
and if they don't jiggle excessively, then that's a problem too.
It's woke. That's woke.
Yeah. Oh no, the titties bounce like normally, not like they're fucking water balloons in there, slapping them in the face with every step they take. Oh my god. Sorry, all women out there that, you know, for this commentary, be like the nerds who are like, there's some horrible people that are making you all look horrible. Ignore them as best as you can.
Let's be honest, there are people who don't and probably never will have a girlfriend.
Yeah. And they're all currently modding the demo of Stellar Blade. Now, don't get me wrong, Stellar Blade's a pretty good game. And I don't say that because Eve has big tits or anything like that. It's a good game in its own right, but it's just a shame that some of the good games out there, and Stellar Blade is one of them, kind of get dismissed by a lot of people because of the bullshit behavior of a bunch of virgins. So, anyway, that's that one. But yeah, Bond, not woke. He likes to shoot people. I'm really big on the game. And I think it's next year, which is kind of cool. So,
who's the developer? I
IO. It's IO Interactive. So the Hitman developers, right. Yeah.
So it's just a friendly Hitman game.
Well, I don't think it will be. I think because it's kind of attached to a license, they're going to have to make it a little bit more focused. But even in there, you know, you can stealth, or you can, like, they're trying to hint that there's at least some scope for you to choose to take people out the way you want to, but it might be a bit more. What's the best example? Like Splinter Cell or Assassin's Creed sort of style, where it's a big-ish sort of space, but you've got one person to take out, and you've got a somewhat limited number of ways that you can actually successfully do it. It's not going to be completely open-ended like Hitman, where you could, you know, lure him into a toilet and then stab him in the cubicle, or you know, push him off the edge of a skyscraper and watch him fall to death, like whatever happened, and then not get seen. I think it's going to be more about just get the job done, however it is that you see fit. And if that means you can just walk out the front door, great. And if you have to go guns blazing, do that too. And we'll have, like, the skill set will be there. Unlike Hitman, where, you know, if you kind of get yourself exposed in the act, you've got a lot of problems. In the case of this, it'd be more like, okay, cool, lean into it, go all Hollywood cinema here and start shooting your way through it. It'll be fun, which is perfect as far as I'm concerned. I'll definitely go for the shoot my way through. Like, I'll probably look at it and go,
all guns blazing.
I'll go all guns blazing, not just on the way out, but on the way in. I think it'll be okay. You're going to, like, I know you're not going anywhere, so I'll just take you down. I'll go every room and blast the joint up if I have to until the job's done. That's my Bond, if I'm allowed to play that way. If they're not too woke, maybe it's too woke and I won't be allowed to.
Or just casually just walk around, chat with the target.
Yeah.
And go home.
Sip some tea. Convince them that the way they're behaving is not okay and that we need to stop this.
Just sounds like HR.
It sounds like
HR Bond.
Shit. You obviously mentioned this game was kind of one that you considered, so a bit of an honourable mention. Are there any other games that you wanted to shout out that perhaps didn't quite make the cut?
I'll just say one because I thought it looked funny. Felt that boxing.
Oh, yeah, that's a weird one. That's a really weird one.
It's a weird one. It's just, I don't know, what is it? Violence Muppets. That's all I can say.
Yeah.
It's with a story of some sorts. I don't know what. It's just like, okay. So it's just like Sesame Street on ice or something. I don't know.
Yeah, let's not think too much about it. I don't think much of it's going to make a lot of sense. For me, I wanted to shout out, I guess, two different games. One of them it was at the Xbox showcase today. It's the Blood of Dawnwalker. So that's the one from a whole bunch of ex-Witcher developers. They're working on that one. The game looks really cool. And the other game I'll shout out was from the Unreal, like the Unreal showcase. It was The
Oh,
Witcher
Witcher,
4.
yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Obviously, there's been a lot said about it. It is a tech demo in the world of The Witcher 4. It is not moment to moment. This is how you'll play The Witcher 4. But geez, does it look good? Like if it achieves even 75% of what that tech demo was trying to highlight, not just in the visual front, but even just the way it kind of like the way Siri interacts with the world, we're instantly talking about another game of the year contender.
And another best game of this decade.
Well, yeah, potentially for us, yeah. I'm all
High
about it.
chances.
So those for me, there's those. There were some pretty good games along the way. Like the Silent Hills looked pretty cool. Like the Silent Hill F demo looked pretty great. You obviously referenced Resident Evil Requiem before. There were some cool indies like that Hiragami from the PlayStation Showcase. It's kind of got that. Oh damn it! I've forgotten the name of the papercraft game from PlayStation from Media Molecule years ago. Tearaway was the game. It's kind of got that sort of look about it. But yeah, there's some pretty cool stuff. It was good to get some DLC for Astrobot again. That's coming in the next few months. That's awesome. Ghost of Yotai, we're just gonna have to wait for a state of play in July, which is a bit of a shame. They could have probably improved their showcase a little bit by leaning further into that one. But there was some good stuff. Anything else you want to shout out at all? Note the lack of Nintendo through this whole thing.
I don't think Nintendo has to do anything. They just released a console where everyone's playing Mario Kart at the moment.
It's true. There's probably a lot of people not watching the showcases just because they were playing Mario Kart still.
I think everything I reckon Nintendo's already shown. They've probably got nothing else to show at the moment. Unless you want to show more Metroid Prime 4. Or give us a release date for Metroid Prime 4. That would be great.
That would have been good.
I think that's it. I don't know what else you would show.
Well, I've obviously referenced Final Fantasy 9 and Hollow Knight and Sakuna as games that I really would have liked to have seen show up that didn't. Is there for you? Is there one game or multiple that you wish had shown up this weekend and just didn't in any way? That you're most disappointed about?
Yeah, maybe,
and not even necessarily that you expected it. Just to be clear, not even necessarily that you expected it, but it's just you're disappointed regardless that you didn't get to see it.
Maybe probably just Gears of War E-Day. I know we got the reloaded version, which then the questions asked about that reloaded. Is it only the first game?
Yeah, it's just the first game.
Or was it 1 to 3?
That's just one.
Because I'm scratching my head thinking, I feel like that scene's from number 2. I could be wrong, but
there were moments where I looked at it and like, hang on, but no, that was definitely Gears 1.
Oh, okay. I thought this part of there was 2, and I thought, hang on a second, I don't know.
I have no doubt that they will do 2, but I think it's a case of, well, we can squeeze more money specifically out of the PlayStation audience here if we drip feed these things out and then sell them for, full price every single time. So, I guess good on them for that. I mean, I'm such a sucker for this that I saw that EB is the physical versions of Gears Reloaded are out there. They're going to be going for $70. I'm like, yep, I'll pre-order that. I don't need a physical version of it, but 100% I'm getting a physical version of it. And it looks like it's a disc, not even a code in the box.
Oh, get out of town.
Which is interesting because there are games like Ninja Gaiden 4, for example, that you look at the Xbox version, it says code in a box. You look at the PlayStation version, it doesn't say that at all.
I hate that so much. Here's a case with the code in it. It's like, I might as well just download it off the internet. Yeah. Off the stores. Like, what's the point of giving me a case with no disc?
Well, when it comes to so for example, for example, so actually Ninja Gaiden 4 is a good one. So when it comes to Ninja Gaiden 4, you can pick up just the base version of the game, physical retail on PlayStation. You can pick up the deluxe version of the game, physical retail, and that'll obviously, contain whatever what's it say? Ninja Gaiden 4 full game, character and weapon skins, future game content, so I guess whatever DLC comes out, 50,000 bonus ninja coin, additional in-game items, and then if you pre-order, you get a Dark Dragon Descendant Yakumo skin at launch. The Xbox version, though, you only get the deluxe ones, so they, that would make sense if they were doing steelbooks and stuff though with it, but they don't. I feel like that's maybe the lack. Like people want, if they're gonna go and buy a physical edition, they kind of want something physical that's cool. They're giving you a bunch of digital goods and that's it. so it doesn't make a lot of sense in that regard either. But what's the Outer Worlds doing in this regard?
I don't think they showed anything for collector's editions or anything.
EB's got it listed. So there's a premium edition of the Outer Worlds that contains the base game, 5 days early access, or up to 5 days early access, DLC pass for 2 future expansions, corporate appreciation premium pack, and access to the digital art book and original soundtrack. So yeah, actually similar sort of deal. Like, there's no physical thing in there, but I guess this is an Xbox situation at the moment. But yeah, I guess in the case of both Outer Worlds and Ninja Gaiden, they are just refusing to do the base version in retail. It's only if you're already ponying up extra for the deluxe. But then in both cases, it's a digital only version. So I don't really understand what they're going for. I'll get Gears physically because it looks like it's a disc. But yeah, E-Day, it's a shame. Would have liked to have seen more of it.
Yes, and it's also surprising that Xbox got, I like to call them, the 3 clowns to host it. Someone else.
Sarah, Matt, and very
casual feel.
Yeah, but also he's lost weight. Like he was never a fat dude, but like he's.
I'm guessing Xbox has stopped feeding him. It's like,
I feel like the stress is maybe.
Had 1 peanut a day, Phil.
I'm worried a bit about his health, actually, seeing that. And I'm not even kidding. I feel like there's something wrong. But anyway. We'll trust Phil and he's probably very well-paid doctors because he's a very well-paid man. Also, I guess another game we should probably shout out is that game from Game Freak.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I was absolutely surprised. I thought, this isn't a Pokemon game. I thought, what the hell's going on here?
To be fair, they've done other games outside of Pokemon in the past. I still remember in particular Tembo the Badass Elephant. Did you ever play that?
No. I wish I did.
That's a Game Freak game, and it wasn't too bad. A little side-scrolling 2D platformer. Beast of Reincarnation is the game, though. I don't know. My worry with that one is it looks a bit Soulsy, which, I don't know, to me doesn't make sense. But anyway, there was a lot of Souls this weekend.
I feel very Soulsy, especially on this state of play of the first, 10, 15 minutes? It was just all Japanese-based games. I thought, oh, that looks Souls-like.
Mate,
and
you got to...
old Noah 3 came out. I was like, oh, yep, that's definitely Souls-like.
If you're worried about that, don't watch Jeff's showcase, mate. You're going to get a lot of them. There's a lot of games there.
Wasn't Mortal Shell 2 there?
Mortal Shell was the thing that kicked it all off. That's a Souls-like. Lies of P was there. That's a Souls-like.
Oh, yes, DLC, yep, of course.
Yeah, there was a lot.
Code.
I'm very keen to play that, though, actually, because with this Overture DLC, there's also a patch that comes out that puts difficulty modes in it. So now I'm going to finally play Lies of P.
Oh, really?
Good decision, Neo Wiz, or whatever your team's name is. Anyway, any final thoughts?
I can't wait for Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3 and 4.
Yeah, Michelangelo's in it.
And Doom Guy, if you played it on Xbox.
Oh, yeah. No, I think even on Switch as well. Like, I saw, I think the box art or something. I need to check it. But,
Doom Guy.
Like, Doom Guy was in the box art.
And the second question is, why'd you have a Ninja Turtle for?
There's a whole lot of Hoops Crew bullshit going on, and I ended up with a Ninja Turtle. Specifically the one that's...
in the game.
Yeah. Even when I type... Like, I searched Tony Hawk's Pro Skater. Actually, I didn't need Collector's Edition. Let's get rid of that. But even when I looked that up, it then started giving me Doom stuff, which is insane. But anyway, I saw it. There was like a maybe it was just a mock-up, but it was like the Doom guy's helmet and then all the logo stuff for Tony Hawk Skater 3 and 4 kind of inside of that. It looked really good, but maybe it wasn't legit. Anyway. All right, we'll wrap things up there. If you enjoyed this episode of Patch, please be sure to like, share, and subscribe. All the buttons down below. Hit the notification bell. That way you're alerted to every new video the moment it goes live on the channel. That includes Patched. There's Let's Plays, a whole bunch of shorts. Go check out all the stuff we're doing on YouTube. Visit the website, player2.net.au, for reviews, previews, opinion pieces, features, a whole lot more. Links to the podcast series Patch, the Player 2 Pixelcast, and Dev Diary. Make sure to check out the Versus features that myself and Matt Houston have put together for every single one of the big 3 showcases. That's the State of Play, the Xbox Showcase, and Jeff Keighley's Summer Game Fest. Every single trailer is there, so people can go check those out, as well as thoughts on every single game. We're on Patreon, patreon.com/player2au. Kicking a few bucks, lower tiers early access, higher tiers monthly episode exclusives. And finally, there are socials. Matto.
Phil.
Paul, James Games, myself. The website is player2au. And until next time, thanks a lot for watching. Let us know in the comments what your favourite games were from this Summer Games Fest weekend, or were you just playing Mario Kart the whole time? I wouldn't blame you if it's the latter. Otherwise, we'll see you later.